Hey beautiful people, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Blessing Oji, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So in today's video is gonna be a chit chat, get ready with me, and I'll be talking about how my life has changed since losing both parents, and also how I have been dealing with losing both parents. So I hope you guys keep on watching. Please do keep on watching, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and also turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. And without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get right into this video. Some of you guys might not know, I lost my dad in the month of June, and honestly guys, since that happened, I do not like June. Like, I don't just like, once it's getting to June, I just feel this sort of, I just do not like feel myself again. I don't even realize why till like I really just like get back to my senses, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's true, this month is coming. Like, this is really reason why I don't know, like I'm not really happy, I'm not really comfortable. So I just thought I should share with you guys some of my experiences, like since losing both parents. I don't really know how to do all these things, so it's gonna be a little hard for me. I'm not that kind of person that loves to put my emotions out there. It's not like other people are wishing someone else to like go through the same thing, but it's like a little easier to know that you have other people who are going through the same thing, so you just kind of draw strength from seeing how they go through it, if that makes sense. And honestly guys, it never gets easy by the day, honestly. And I know there's some situations whereby you see your parents or something, the person you lost was sick or something, and you kind of expected that thing to happen at the end of the day due to this severity, is that a word, of the person's health. That does not make it easier. So I'm just going to talk about how my life changed since losing my both parents. So I became more aware of myself, guys, like so freaking much. Like, and I just stopped taking a lot from people. Like, I got to that point where I stopped taking a lot of bullshit. I stopped like making unnecessary excuses for why people are being the way they are. Let's take for instance, like with my relationships or something, there are some things that when they happen, I see them, I know they don't make sense, but in my head I'm like, we move, like, which I just don't take it to heart. But since I lost my both parents, I'm just like, you don't mess with me. Like, you don't bring any sort of negative energy towards me and expect me to like just keep taking it. I'm going to just shut you up. Like, I'm just going to like cut you off without even a word. So the next thing is, I got really emotional. Like, losing both parents made me really emotional. I used to be that child that would be like, if I want to cry, yeah, I'll start yawning. Like, I never used to cry so easily. Some of my friends will tell you they've never seen me cry. Like, even if I wanted to cry, I would just go in my corners. I still do that and cry, but like, I never like cry all the time. For me to cry, you just know that that thing is very serious. But right now I don't even need anybody to piss me off. I don't even need you to just push me. Like, it just comes out like just like that. I just start crying, just bawling my eyes out. Honestly, losing both parents made me so in touch with my emotions, which I am really not happy about. Honestly guys, losing both parents, this might sound really stupid, but losing both parents made me so scared of getting into another relationship. Yeah, I said it. Finally, I said it. I really said that. Only my friend, like my very close friend, knows this about me. So here is one thing I have noticed. I've noticed that a lot of times, depending on the person you're meeting, I feel like a lot of times some people that have sense avoid hurting orphans. But then again, some people who do not have sense just feel like, now that you're an orphan, you're vulnerable, so they show you the amount of love or attention that they feel like you need, and they just end up giving you the worst car of your life. Like, and knowing that, because I've seen a lot of situations where that thing has happened, and I've also heard stories, so I just do not even want to be in that situation. And also, that aside, I do not want to get hurt at this point of my life. I feel like I'm already hurting enough, and I don't just have a room for another type of hurt. Like, I don't just want you to come see me the way I am right now, hurting already, and you now add to my own. I'm just gonna break down. Like, there's something with emotions, yeah, especially when it comes to like a boy and a girl, like your partner. Once you get into that situation, you find yourself like giving your all, like your all, because you already have a hole in your heart. Like, you already have this hole in your heart that any little thing could fill it up, right? You could fill it up with pain or anger or love or something. So you can imagine when somebody now comes in and fills it up, right? I'm just going to like carry all the love and just pour it on you. So imagine when it goes bad, it's going to just drain me completely. And it's crazy. I know this must sound really, really stupid, because I know nobody should go into a relationship expecting it to break. And it's not like I'm expecting, like I'm going into a relationship hoping it's going to end tomorrow or something. But it's just like, what if it does? Can I handle the hurt? Can I handle the pain that it will come with? Because I'm already dealing with enough. Like, life in general just kind of takes you off guard. Yeah, you could call me a chicken if you want. Yeah, I got no balls right now. So the next thing that I would say losing both parents did to me is it made me start thinking deeply about my life and my future. Right now, I'll not just make any decision without thinking about it thoroughly. Because when you have both parents with you, it just kind of makes things easier for you to handle, because you know that if anything goes wrong, you have someone to fall back to or on. You have somewhere to go back to. Imagine like you want to start a business and the business does not go well. You have your parents to like go back to and talk to them about it, and they'll be ready to like help you, whether with advice, whether with money or with something. But when you have nobody, like you have nobody, and extended family is really, really I don't know, it doesn't, like, you can never just wake up and make decisions like that. So it started making me think deeply about life. I just don't make decisions. Yeah, you talk about risk taking, but there are some kind of risk that are not worth taking if you're not ready to handle it, if that makes sense. It's just like saying you have 50,000 naira in your account and someone is telling you to no need to make so much research, just start your business. What if that business goes wrong? Where are you going to get another 15,000? The street is wild. It's going to give you 50,000 naira. Like, I'm just saying, it might not really be 50,000, but I'm just saying, you get that point. So it started making me think deeply about my life in so many ways, my future, my career, my relationship with others. It just like made me think deeply about a lot of things. Losing both parents made me realize that you're all alone. Like, aside from your immediate family, you're all alone and nobody really cares about you. Like, this might seem really bitter of me to say. I don't even know it, does it? Might really sound that way, but that's the reality of things. Nobody cares about you. Like, if you're not going to care about yourself enough, nobody's going to do that for you. So you cannot be like considering people. Like, you want to make decision and you're thinking of, oh, what would this person think, what would this person think? At that point, you really have no time to care about that. And let me tell you something, when you lose both parents, right, people suddenly start to have something bad to say about you. When your parents were here, everybody was probably nice to you, nice to your family. The moment the both parents are gone, or just one goes, people just start to have something to say. Everybody wants to say something. Everybody wants to judge you. Everybody wants to add something. Everybody wants to give you an unsolicited advice that will never add anything to you or to your family or to anybody. And I had to start putting myself first, of course, with no intentions to hurt anyone. I do not even like, I wonder like how I would derive joy from just hurting people. So it's never about like making decisions that will hurt someone else. It's about me making decisions that will profit me and also like just make me happy in general. I had to learn and I'm still learning. These things made me realize this. That doesn't mean I have gotten to like 100%. I've not gotten to that point where I'm like, oh, I have all the discipline, I have this thing like really in my head. How I've been like being able to deal with the whole situation of losing both parents. I'm not going to tell you guys that this thing is gonna get easier by the day. It's not gonna get easier. That's the honest truth. I watched my mom as a child, like every year, every Mother's Day, she would lock herself in the room and just cry her eyes out. And at that point her mom had already, like, she lost her mom like maybe 10 years ago or so, and she was still hurting like every freaking year. So if anything happens to her, she's always very quick to be like, oh, because my mom is not here. And in my head I'm like, Mom, you're a mother, you have kids. I never realized what she was going through. I know it was not easy for her, but I never realized that it never gets easy. Like, time does not mean you heal. Time just kind of makes you realize how you can behave yourself in public. That's all it teaches you. It never makes the pain go away. This is not a breakup, okay? This is a matter of not seeing someone for the rest of your life. But how I've been able to like get used to it is just like accepting the reality. Let me tell you guys something very crazy here. When my mom died, I was like right there when she passed, right? But after a few days, my brother called me with my mom's number. And at that time it was still saved as like mom, right? Guys, I panicked. In my head I was like, let me pick this call. Maybe it's my mom that is calling me to tell me that, yo, come and pick me up or something. When I picked the call and it was my brother and he ended the call, guys, I cried so bad. It was like, you already know that your mom was gone, right? This was just like few days after losing her, by the way. And I saw her like go into the everything. And why was I thinking that she would come back? So it's very, very important for you to like just realize it, just like accept your reality, which is so difficult to do. Sometimes you just want to have a little hope and just make yourself believe that this person is still gonna come back, but it's only gonna hurt you the more. Imagine me always thinking that my mom was somewhere, and every time I come back to my senses and I start breaking down, and that kind of puts you in this very bad mental states. Yeah, very bad one. Another thing that kind of made it easier for me, not that kind of, that made it a lot easier for me, is getting closer to God, praying. Oh my God, that made everything easier. Not easy, but easier. Guys, I'm not going to try, I'm not even saying this because I'm talking to you guys like on camera, but talking to God about my pain, because I have always not been the kind of person that depends on friendship. I have good friends and all that, but I'm not someone who really depends on friends for like when it comes to very, very personal situations, because I feel like everybody is dealing with their own shit. And for my friends who are at this point in my life, like who are at the same level as myself, they probably do not know enough, okay, to guide me through, to guide me. So God is the only, even if I had friends, let me put it this way, even if I have friends that were ready to like put me through, I don't think I would still take that route, because I feel like people could fail you, but God would never turn his back against you. So the only place you should run to is to God. Like, God, I don't even know how to, I'm not a pastor, I don't know how to preach, but honestly, God is the only one you have, especially for someone like me who has lost both parents. Normally when you lose a loved one, especially if before that person died you guys were always praying and all of that, talking to God about it, and it still happens, this thing kind of makes you start, in your head you're like, why am I even praying? Like, what's it going to change, right? But that was not my case. And when I lost my dad, and it's okay if you're at the point where you're feeling like this and that, it's okay, it happens to the best of us. But I just want to make you realize that God is with you. God has never left you, and he will never leave you. He knows everything that is going on, and he's going to be with you right at the point of your need. I have been in some situations where in my head I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? And when I run back to God, I'm like, this, that. I just see it kind of working out, which is crazy. A lot of times I'm just like, God, you really did that. Like, you really did that for me. How? And I'm just like, wow. It just shows you that God has your best interest at heart. So the next thing I'll be talking about is definitely learn to love yourself. Just like learn to love yourself. It's very easy for you to start feeling like, oh, nobody cares about you now that your parents are gone, you're all by yourself, nobody, especially if you kind of have situations with people around you or something, or you're in a relationship and it kind of goes bad. You start just, somehow you find yourself like really not appreciating yourself as you should. What I would say is learn to love yourself. So the next thing is surrounding yourself with people who care about you, like your loved one, people who genuinely care about you, people who have your best interest at heart. And one thing I saw somewhere, I remember I was talking to my sister and she showed me this quote, was let me read it out for you. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you, so you just got to find the ones worth suffering for. And this quote was by Bob Marley. And when I saw this, I was just like, yeah, very true. Because at the end of the day, you can never like keep jumping from one person to another. You just have to find someone who respects you, someone who gives you the kind of energy that you want. And even if, of course, nobody's perfect, be with people who you can take their excesses, people who you know you can handle whatever they bring to you. So the next thing is cry out. For me, how I deal with things, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm one of those people that feel like I don't have to cry, I cannot cry, all that. I always used to, I was that kind of child. And it's so crazy that these days I cannot even hold it. I don't even care if I'm not supposed to cry. The only thing is I might not cry in front of people, because I feel like I don't want people to see my weakness. Like, I don't want to look weak in front of people. And it does not mean crying makes you weak, but if you're someone who, when you get to that point and you want to cry, why not cry? If it means going into your room and crying, do that. If you want to cry in front of someone you care about, someone that cares about you, do so. But don't hold it back. Don't hold it back. When you feel like you cannot handle it anymore, just cry it out. I feel like it helps like take away a lot of pain. Another thing I would say is do fun things. Like, just look for fun things to do that can distract you. It could be watching movies, it could be hanging out with friends, it could be, if you have the money, going on vacation. Just do anything. And honestly, don't feel guilty for doing that, because I know that a lot of times when you're in that kind of situation, you feel like, ah, my parents are gone, why am I even having fun? What's the point of living? Well, the truth is, life has to go on. You have to keep moving. It's not like you're going to die the next minute. You're going to keep living until God says it's time. So anything that you know can make you feel a lot better, by all means do so. And always remember that those people that you lost will never be happy to see you like sad. Like, they will never be happy to see you sad. Aside from like having fun, also get work to do. If you're someone who is not working, this is the time for you to start working, to start doing something meaningful in your life. Even if you're in school, there are so many things you can do online, in person. There's so many things you can do. And all I'm trying to say is be the best at whatever you're doing. If you're studying, focus on it, do what you have to do. I feel like that kind of also distracts you. And also, most importantly, stay away from people that makes you feel worse. Honestly, stay away from people like that. People like that are the kind of people you really want to avoid when you are in pain. People that kind of makes you feel worse. I know I've seen a lot of things here. When you're in your feelings, instead of them to like kind of sympathize with you or just look for ways to make you feel better, they just kind of make you look like, why are you even complaining? Why are you even in pain? Like, some people, if you're someone who you're like, you come from a good family, instead of them to like feel your pain, they'll be like, oh, you're even lucky. So people cannot even take care of yourself. Like, so many things, they always come up with excuses. There are some people, when we lost our parents, when our mom, some people, instead of them to like sympathize with you, they'll be like, you should be grateful that you lost your mom at this age. Some people lost theirs when they were much younger. And yeah, I get their pain. You can never feel my pain. Like, I can never understand what that person went through, and person can never understand what I am going through. So it's like everybody has their pain, and everybody feels their pain in a certain way. And your pain can never be my pain. My pain can never be your pain. Right now, even in my own family, the way my sister is feeling hers is not the same way I would be feeling my own. And I'm going to just go off and finish up my hair, and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm back, and this is what I am looking like. This is the finished look. So I talked about this hair right here on my other video. I'm going to link it up here because it should be up by now. And I hope this video helped you in one way or the other. I'm just looking for ways to not just make videos, but make videos that have like meaning to people, videos that would help someone else out there. Because I remember someone talking about losing their father, and going to the comments and seeing people like just talk about what they are going through just sort of made me realize, yeah, like everything will be fine. If this person is going through it or has gone through this thing and came out strong, which means I can also do that. So I just try to like make this video just to make you understand that this is something we're going through. Everything will be fine, only a matter of time. Just want us to like talk about it, share our pains, because everybody is going through something. And this month just kind of made me want to talk about this, coupled with the fact that you guys already know by now, if you're on social media, you know Prophet TB Joshua. We lost him this month, and honestly, that news got to me so bad, so bad. If you know me very well, then you know I do not joke with that man. Like, you know I do not joke with that man. I love him so much. And this is not about me trying to like, because every other person is talking about it, me just trying to like talk about it. No. So guys, I don't want to bore you guys too much. So we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this video helped you in one way or the other. Let me know all about that in the comment section below. Let's talk about these things. These are things that we don't really talk about a lot. People will just like bear our pain in a closet. Like myself, I do that a lot. So let's just talk about all this as much as you're comfortable sharing in the comment section below. Like this video if you did enjoy it. Let me know what you want to see in my videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. And let me know what you think about this look right here. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching.
Is it me or is